They smoke the brains out. Doing the thing. It's a suggestion of what should be, you know. People should grow and share and enjoy. Hey, what's up there, man?
He's a cop.
So,
He's a cop.
hey guys.
Woo!
Ben Dronkers is the name. Hey man? Ben Dronkers is the name. What do you want? What? No, I'm not in a collection anyway. I'm too old for this shit. Yeah? You know the rules, huh? Tell your mother.
Girls, run.
Tell the rules. We should stand up for the rights.
Yeah!
We should stand up for the rights. We tell Activism, no matter if you piss me like hell, and we're not going to take it anymore. You piss me off like hell, and we're not going to take it anymore. I'll be searching on the door and hit it. If this is High Times, I'm never going to High Times again. I was not here for a few times. We started it with freedom, and we started with opposition, and we fight for it, and we will fight for it. So big up. Put it out. Let's put it out. Let's push it out. Let's push it out again. Get out again. Come on.
Get out!
We're peace right now, and we're not going to take it anymore.
Can you walk with me? 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 Can you walk with me?
Like I said.
Yeah? That's the thing I want to talk to you.
They don't take the bankers who take all the money from the pensioners. They don't put them in jail. Too high to fail, right? So to put it to the mainstream, I was once in Barcelona, and there was a beautiful building there. This is the building. And
I'm sorry, Ben, to interrupt real quick. I'm sorry.
listen, folks.
Hold on, everybody. Listen, please follow the rules. Whoever's handing out the weed, please stop. All right? It's just not the way things are going to go with this cannabis cup. All right? So I'm sorry. These are the rules. This is the law, and we have to follow Dutch law. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but you can see we got a situation where people are getting a little bit upset about this. So in America, it's not that way. We're going to have to deal with this, okay? So I apologize to interrupt. Sorry.
Free the weed! Free the weed! Burn it off!
The thing is, now I understand your position exactly. I'm not sorry, okay? I'm not sorry.
Yeah!
There is no law. There should not be a law, and there isn't, that people cannot share. And we're sharing here.
So right now we are standing with the 3 Sensi Girls who took on the cops. Now, just in the other room here, they were handing out free samples. They were accosted by the police. Now, the cops actually grabbed you ladies, didn't they? You guys were handing out some samples. What did you guys know this was going to happen? Were you expecting the cops to grab you like that?
To grab us, no, but we were expecting that it wasn't allowed.
Right. You guys knew that that it's not allowed to give out samples here at the expo. But why did you guys do it then? What was the reason for it?
We need to spread the plants, dude. It's what we did in the 70s, it's what Sensi does already for 30 years, so we had to do it.
This was political activism in action.
Yes.
right? You guys were taking a stand.
This is Cannabis Cup. This is Amsterdam. Come on.
That's right. And so why is this happening? Why are the cops cracking down so hard on the Cannabis Cup and the cannabis community here in Amsterdam?
That's a hard question. How to answer that question? I don't know. I really wouldn't know. Knowing too much about cannabis, I don't know what their intention is. I don't know why.
It just doesn't seem like a very good idea, though, does it? I mean, when there's all these coffee shops and everybody's selling marijuana everywhere, and we're not even allowed to hand it out for free here, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
No, well, the law doesn't make to seem any sense anywhere, actually. There are more points than only soft drugs that are questionable when it comes to law. So, it's the law. It's the law.
When they grabbed you guys, did they say anything to you? Did they say they were going to kick you out or anything? Or?
Well, no. He said I had to wait, and then I said no. And then he just let me go, actually.
Yeah. So you guys aren't worried about any retribution or repercussions? No. They're not going to come after you or anything?
I hope not.
No. And so you guys will be back again next year?
We didn't do anything.
Yeah, you didn't.
Then we didn't do it.
Exactly.
If we did it, we didn't know it wasn't allowed.
Well, if the cops actually arrest you, this video will disappear, believe me.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, girls, so much. It was amazing to see that in action. All of us, I'm from Canada, from Vancouver. We stand up a lot where we're from for weed as well, and we're constantly battling with the cops. So on behalf of everybody there, I'm thanking you guys. We need more of this kind of stuff happening in Amsterdam, or it's just going to keep going the other direction. Yeah. Thanks so much, ladies. Woo.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. So I'm with Dan from High Times here. We just witnessed kind of a shake-up in the room with Ben Dronkers when he was giving his speech. Some of the security grabbed some of the Sensi Girls who were handing stuff out in the crowd. We've seen the cops be a little bit harsher, Dan, the entire cup this time around. There's, searches at the door and that kind of stuff. Can you fill us in on what's happening here with law enforcement?
No, it's not the cops, all right? We've rented our space here from Roast, the Dutch Expo Center that we're using here. There's a security staff here. Every event in Holland, regardless of whether it's a rave or anything else, has to have security. So we hire these people. We have told the vendors and that we have to follow Dutch law. And Dutch law is that everybody is only allowed 5 grams in their possession. This goes for vendors, this goes for judges, this goes for me, this goes for everybody else. You're not allowed to hand out weed. This is a shame because it used to be like this in the old cannabis cups. But, as the United States is moving forward and embracing recreational, we got Amsterdam going the opposite direction. So what happened is that Ben Dronkers, who was a true pioneer of cannabis and a true revolutionary, who's a great friend of mine, he had some of his people handing out weed. And the Roast security guy stepped in and said, you can't do this. The Roast security guy was grabbed by a couple of Ben guys and kind of escorted out of the room to the cheers of the audience. And so the security guy, who was just doing his job, was very, very upset and embarrassed. And this is not the Dutch way, grabbing people. All I can say is that way. I support what Ben does, and I understand what he's doing. We've broken a lot of rules in this world to make cannabis get as far as it has gotten, and I understand what he's doing. But at the same time, we have laws to follow. We have permits that we have to obey. And the nature of any event is you have to follow the local rules, which is what High Times and the Roast is trying to do. So that's basically what happened, as clear as I can tell you.
Yeah, and Dan, you mentioned that you are supportive of the sort of fundamentals behind Ben's idea on this one. I mean, obviously, the cannabis community, we're pretty close to the idea of using civil activism to try and change laws. So is there room for that here in Holland now with High Times? Is there something that High Times can do to press this issue further? You guys are powerful. What can you do to...
Believe me, we're not that powerful. We can't influence governments. We're here trying to make money. This is an event like events we hold all over the United States. And I think it's a great thing that we're seeing the cannabis industry mature where we can actually have trade expos. And we're here to take advantage of that right now. And I think we're leading the way with trade expos. So as far as us influencing the government, they look at us, the Christian Democrats, who seem to have taken over Amsterdam government, and it's not pleasant. I remember being here 20 years ago and just being amazed that I could sit in a coffee shop and smoke a joint comfortably as an adult, responsibly, and no one cared. Now, things are changing. things are going a little bit backwards, and now the United States is becoming a more pot-friendly place. So the fact is, Amsterdam, it influenced so many people. It enabled so many people to really enjoy tolerance, that I think they brought that back to the U.S., and that's why we're seeing the kind of progress with cannabis that we see now.
Well, now, in terms of the venue itself here, it was mentioned to me earlier that it's not easy for you guys to find venues in Amsterdam anymore. Is there a hope? I mean, some of the stuff you were saying is because of the venue itself. Is there a chance of getting a different venue that has different rules?
Every year, like you said, we go through that. You know, a lot of people just don't want the cannabis movement. That's all I can tell you. I mean, that's, you know, I feel like a second-class citizen, like a wayward stepchild, trying to find a place where we can have a trade expo to make this cannabis industry really mature and blossom. So yeah, we have gone from place to place. I swear to God, here, and we must have been in 13 different venues over the 26 years, possibly that many.
Yeah.
And we've had to move around, and you know, it's a shame. So we're here on the outskirts of Amsterdam, in this great expo center here, and they've been wonderful. We really enjoyed it. You know, but as I said, you know, we got, you know, Amsterdam's giving us problems now, and you know, like I said, trying to move back the clock to the hands of time, if you will.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, now about the past. I mean, this is 26 years. Has anything like this come up before in the past, where there was little, you know, bits of harshness, and then we've got back to normal?
Well, 2 years ago, we got raided, and it was like a clown car. All of a sudden, 150 cops came in the doors to raid the entire place because someone had told them that a drug park was going around. And a drug park in Europe is somewhere where they do, you know, they sell meth and speed and all kinds of crap. And so somebody, because they saw somebody doing concentrates with a torch, local cops came in and said, "Oh my God, they're doing meth," or something like that. And so suddenly, 2 days later, we had the entire police force of Amsterdam come in, and they were very disappointed. Nobody was arrested, and it was, you know, yeah, we've been through it before.
Yeah.
But this, you know, we have to support the roast. We have to abide by the law. So there's nothing happening here that we're just trying. We've told the vendors what the law is. They're aware of it. And that's the way it is. I mean, we have to follow the law right here in order to put on a legal trade expo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, to have this event in the future, are you hearing from anybody? I mean, it's likely to be here again, or
well,
is it?
You know, as I say, we're going to find out. You're going to see how, you know, we'll see how the dust settles after this event. See how the Dutch government, the Amsterdam government feels about us. We'd love to be back. Our roots are here in Amsterdam. It's one of the greatest cities in the world, most beautiful women in the world, and. You know, it's just a wonderful place to be. I love Amsterdam, and I live in New York City, but I'll take Amsterdam.
Well, thank you very much, Dan, for speaking with us today. It's much appreciated. And everything you guys do here. We're big fans.
Thank you. Thank you.
We've never gotten anywhere in this cannabis movement without breaking the rules, without breaking the law, without showing the powers that be that these laws are unjust. Ben Dronkers is at the forefront of this kind of mindset. He's a leader, he's a pioneer, he's a fighter, and I want you to check out this little video tribute to Ben Dronkers, one of our leaders in Europe and in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our newest member of the Counterculture Hall of Fame, Ben Dronkers! I really believe that what you see is my Sensi Seeds, the museum, the hemp flags, and you guys, we're all connected. Hey folks, let's hear it for Ben here, all right? Ben Dronkers, Counterculture Hall of Fame. He's a legend, and the Skye is still going.
Thank you so much, and we all remember Eagle Bill and Ben Dronkers for all the hard work that he did.